Good morning, neighbor. How you doing? It's Miss C, and it's time for the verse of the day. Y'all ready to eat? Let's chow down. The verse of today will be coming out of Psalms chapter 94, verse 19. Again, that's Psalms, the book right before Proverbs in the Old Testament, chapter 94, verse 19. And I'm reading it out the New Living Translation. It reads, "When doubts fill your mind, your comfort gave me renewed hope and cheer." Let me read it again. I'm going to take it a little slower this time. Let's ride this thing on out. When doubt filled my mind, your comfort gave me renewed hope and cheer. I know all of us can relate with that, because going through life, doubt will come in many different ways. Sometimes it could be the doubt of if someone truly loves you or not. Are they really for real? Do the love they have for you is the same love you have for them? Or maybe doubt that, is your friend really your friend? And do they have your best interest at heart? Will they stab you in the back? Will they be down for you like 4 flat tires? Will they be around for the long run? Or are they just a fly-by-night friend, only there to get what they need out of the relationship and they didn't got ghosts? Or is this job that I'm working on my true career? Will this be the job I'll be on for the rest of my life? Will they lay me off too? Will they fire me? Or will I ever get a job? Do I have what it takes? Do I have any assets? Do I have anything to offer a company? Do my parents really love me? They don't spend as much time with me as they should. Have I done something wrong? All of these type of doubts go in and out of our head all of the time. And sometimes when we pray and we give a situation over to God and it seems as though He haven't came through, or you even doubt that He even hear your voice, and things are just not going how you thought they would go, and things is not working, and it just seems like you can't win for losing, know that it will be okay. Things will be all right. Because when Christ died, he died so that we all may have a life more abundant, not missing anything, a fulfilled, happy, joyous life. We might not have that right now at this moment, but we can. But doubts do come and try to attack our mind at times. Is God real? If He is real, why He haven't answered my prayer? Or why would he let me live in a place, in a situation like this? Or why would he allow me to be in this abusive relationship? We have all kind of questions and doubts and things that run through our mind. But it says here that we should let the comfort of him, the comfort that he gives, be our hope and our cheer. So that doubt comes in to keep you from believing that God can do what he say he can. Let me tell you something. God is not a human being. That means he is not controlled by this flesh that we are in. He cannot lie. It's not in his character to lie. So if God has told you something, best believe it is going to come to pass if you just hold on. And if you've been holding on, I plead with you to hold on a little bit longer. Because sometimes our faith is being tested. And in the middle of our faith being tested, that doubt will come. That fear will come. That anxiety will come, because we feel as though whatever is presented before us, we have to do something about it. And we need to do something about it now. Or if we don't, all hell gonna break loose. And everything is gonna be horrible and terrible or bad or messed up. And that's not the case. But that's how the enemy wants it to seem. So we don't give God his honor and his glory and his praise as he should. The enemy wants for us to doubt God, because the enemy knows if we trust God with all our heart, with all our soul, with all our mind, in our body, there's nothing, no good thing that God would keep from us. But to please God, we must have faith. And that doubt cancels out that faith. So it's like you're wavering. I'm believing God for this one thing, and just because he didn't answer it in the timing I wanted him to answer it, he didn't hear me. He not real. Because if God was real, he would have did such and such and such and such already. But baby, that's not how it works. God is not no genie. Ain't nothing you can rub down here on this earth to pop him out and you can just ask him your wishes. No. We are his children. You don't go to your parents and tell your parents what to do. Of course not, because they have birthed you. God has blessed them to bring you into the world. So a child is not supposed to have authority over their parents. The parents have authority over the child, just how God has authority over us. And if your parents tell you something, they should keep their word and do it. Just how if God tells us something, he will very much keep his word and he will do it. But the enemy's job is to get us to doubt the goodness of God. He's not really good. He haven't answered you yet. You sitting up there waiting on him. You need to go out here and do it yourself. That's what the enemy tries to tell us to do. And when we listen to the devil, to the enemy that's in our head talking all the time, we end up going astray. We end up going down the wrong path and getting ourselves into more mess and more trouble. And then you really got to call on God now to help you get out of that trouble that you have allowed your own self to get in. That's why I say sometimes we need to be saved from ourselves. because sometimes we have a hard time waiting on God to do what we feel as though he need to do right now. And it don't work like that. God has a perfect plan for your life. And only he can tell us which way to go, what choices to make, and what to do so we can get there. But this is how awesome and wonderful God is. Even when we do fall, even when we do make a mistake, even when we have messed up big time. I mean big time. And we want to throw in the towel. We want to wave the red flag. Even those times, God has promised that what the devil meant for evil, he will use it for good in your life. He will. I know he will. Because he did it for me. And if he did it for me, he'll do it for you as well. For God is not a respecter of persons. He will not do something for one and not do it for another. Now, don't get me wrong. He might not do it in the exact same way. But he has a special love for you, just like he has a special love for me. So, when the doubt comes, when your mind is filled with doubt, and that's just a not knowing, a not sureness, like, that's not a word, I just made that up. But when you are not sure of something, and it's like you can't put two and two together, it's like you're trying to do something but some pieces are missing, and the fear comes in that such and such is not going to happen because you don't know what's going on. We can panic at times and be like, what am I going to do in this situation? When you feel like that, just know that the Lord is there. He promised that he will never leave you or forsake you. And that all you must do is acknowledge him right there in that moment, at that time, when you are in the middle of your crisis, middle of a decision you need to make, in the middle of a bad relationship and you don't know if you should stay and stick it out or go and release yourself from the hell you've been in. Or you on that job and your boss is real disrespectful. I mean disrespectful, don't appreciate your work, but you have a feeling down within your heart that one day you will be the president of that company. Or you have a business, but it's not going how you want it. You thought that you would have gained more net worth by now, and it's not looking good, and that money is not coming in. The customers is not buying your product like they were at the beginning, and you trying to figure out, should you keep that business or should you throw in the towel and go head back to a 9 to 5? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Don't let your doubts stop you from living your best life and living out the destiny that God has for you. Acknowledge him. Ask him. Talk to him. Pray for guidance. Pray for wisdom. Pray that he will put people in your path that will help lead you and guide you and help you in the right way. Don't give up. Don't turn around. If you have made the right choice to follow Christ, don't let nothing, nobody, nothing stop you and turn you around back to the dark side. Stay in the light. Things may be rough in the light, but at least you will be able to see the light as you follow the path that God has placed in front of you with his word. He say his word is like a lamp to our feet. Follow and obey what the word has said. Allow your hope to rest in knowing that He will keep you in every situation. He will keep you in everything that has been lost or stolen or taken away will be given back to you 100-fold in the name of Jesus. If you would just hold on and keep the faith. Faith is hard sometimes. I'm not even going to pretend. It's not easy, because faith comes by the hearing of God. You have to constantly hear the word, read the word, do the word. It must become a part of you. Your mind must be renewed, and this is how you are transformed, by the renewing of your mind. You have to be able to think in a more elevated, better way. You can't be consumed with the things of this world, because the things in this world will make you doubt the love of God, the power of God, the presence of God in your life. He wants that personal relationship with you. But that doubt will try to separate us from the love of God. But His words say nothing can separate us from His love. So hold on to that hope. Don't give up. You're not worthless. You were made for something spectacular. So, Psalms 94 verse 19. When doubts fill your mind, your comfort gave me renewed hope and cheer. Even though we don't know how this one situation, this one battle is going to go, every child of God knows by the book of Revelations that we already won the war. The enemy gonna get what's coming to him. We might go through some stuff in this life, but God has something wonderful, awesome, mind-blowing in store for us if you just hold on. I pray that you hold on today. I hope today your day is blessed. I hope today you receive an answer that you've been waiting for a long time. Keep pressing, because there's a blessing in that pressing. And don't waver. Whatever you ask God for, He heard you. Practice patience. Practice a faith walk with Christ. Don't doubt Him, because He's bigger, more powerful, and stronger than anything on this earth. Believe that today with all your heart. Let the love of Christ, the peace of Christ, and the joy of Christ reign in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit, in your body. And live like it. Live like you have hope. Enjoy the joy of the Lord, for the joy of the Lord is our strength, because He has overcome this world. And if He has overcome this world by Christ being in us and we are in Him, we are overcomers as well. So walk in your victory today. Thank you so much for joining me. I pray you got something out of the verse of the day. If you have, let me know down below. I will truly appreciate it. I love to hear from everyone. Thank you so much for sharing with me. Y'all have a wonderful, productive day. Bye.